Post-War Morals by Stanley Walker. The New Yorker, August 8, 1925. The pronouncements of New York clergymen, notably the Reverend John Roach Stratton and the Reverend Christian F. Reisner, concerning what they term variously the post-war moral letdown and the dangerous trend of the younger generation, have always seemed to me to be based upon inexact or hearsay knowledge. I feared that they believed all they heard and read in the papers without taking the time to conduct any exhaustive research to learn the precise state of the morals and manners of the younger elements. To make up for this deficiency, the other day I resolved to conduct an investigation in the street in which I maintain my townhouse, 2 rooms, bath, and kitchenette, $100 a month. I did so, and the results I hereby place before the clergy to ponder and do as they see fit. These gentlemen have been right as far as they went, but they appear to have had only an inkling of the whole truth. Conditions in New York are simply terrible. My street is 2 short blocks in length, but a number of children live there, and they all play in the streets. When I stepped out of the house on my muckraking tour, I was met by 2 unkempt youngsters who said, "Give us a nickel, mister." There you are. These children are growing up to be mendicants. Then, when they saw I wouldn't give them a nickel, they asked for a penny. A sign of a weak, compromising character in the making. I spurned them and passed on. 2 boys were playing catch. A Negro janitor, beloved in the neighborhood for his cheerfulness, although he is suspected of being lazy, walked between them. "Get out of the way, you big black—" Now there you are again. Bad language, racial prejudice, intolerance, bad manners, all in one. And these, it occurred to me, are the lads who will be the statesmen and truck drivers of tomorrow. The thought is staggering. On the front steps of another house, I observed 4 small boys shooting craps. They couldn't have been more than 8 years old. Frightful. These are the lads who will be the gamblers and racetrack touts of tomorrow unless something is done. On the first corner, a hydrant had been opened, flooding the pavement. 2 little girls were holding an even smaller one under the flow of cold water, despite her cries of protest. There you see the cruel, cocktail-drinking, child-beating mothers of tomorrow. Near the last corner of the street, there is an olive oil store, with the shining cans piled neatly in a row in the window. A girl about 4 years old was walking with a woman, who I judged was her mother. Suddenly, the little girl stopped, caught her mother's hand, and pointed to the window display. "Oh, Mama, look," she cried, obviously in delight. "Just look at all the gin." The mother pulled her away quickly and hurried down the street. That was enough. There is an example of the home life which causes an innocent babe to believe that everything in a shiny can must be gin. What will that girl grow up to be? The very contemplation of the thing is terrible. Here at last are the statistics of one short street, and they may mean something. When one considers the number of streets in New York, the situation becomes downright appalling. Saving the younger generation is out of my line, but I hurried at once to my pastor and laid the facts before him. And now I leave the case with the whole New York clergy before I forget about it.